Be ready. 5 seconds. Start. On behalf of the Government of India and on my own behalf, I have great pleasure in welcoming you all to this symposium. UNESCO has, since its inception, been organizing seminars, discussion groups, and symposia for the consideration of various problems that affect the relations of nations and countries, and for the creation of better understanding through the exchange of knowledge and experience in many fields. This symposium is concerned with an even more fundamental issue. Today, philosophers of the East and the West have met to discuss the concept of man himself. Who can deny that this issue is the basic one of the modern age, and on its satisfactory solution depends the future of man? I am therefore especially happy to welcome you here to this ancient land of philosophers and seers. I earnestly hope that the spirit of India, with its long traditions of wisdom and spirituality, will inspire all your deliberations. In the last 6,000 years or more, the human being has traveled over a vast region from his early beginnings in primitive society. This period has seen man overcome many hidden obstacles and meet the challenge of inanimate nature and the animate world. In spite of all the vicissitudes which man has had to face during this period, there has, on the whole, been continuous and steady progress in wresting from nature some of her greatest secrets. Wheel after wheel has been torn apart from the hidden face of nature, and secrets that are still unknown are yielding to his quest. While man's triumphant progress in unveiling the face of nature has been steady and continuous, can we say with equal confidence that he has succeeded in unveiling the lineament of his own self? Can we say that after 6,000 years of quest of the real man today sees himself as he essentially is? I think you will agree that we have to make a sad confession in this matter. The mirror that man has fashioned reflects all aspects of the world, but not his own inner self. We have to admit that man has not yet been able to form a clear picture of his own nature. The secrets of the universe are clearer to him than the secrets of the self. For some 3,000 years of more, philosophers have again and again asked what man is, whence he comes from. The basic issue before you is the consideration of this problem. You have met to discuss the concept of man as it has been enunciated by thinkers in the East and West. I would at the very beginning like to emphasize that in speaking of the East and the West, we are thinking only of certain special features in the thought of these regions. This cannot and does not mean that there are not large areas of common and agreed ground. Man all over the world has adopted common methods of reasoning and thought. The human reason in one and identical human feelings are largely similar. the human will operate more or less in the same manner in similar situations everywhere. It is therefore natural that the human way of looking at himself and the world is largely common in different parts of the world. Their attitudes towards the unknown mysteries of existence are also largely similar. The Greeks, who looked with admiration and awe upon the peaks of Olympus, shared the same feelings as the Indian who meditated in the valleys of the Himalayas and looked upon its eternal snow. In spite of large areas of agreement, human minds in different regions of the world have adopted a different approach to some of their common problems. Even where the approach has not been different, there has been a tendency to place a different emphasis on the different aspects of common problems and common solutions. No two situations are exactly alike. It was inevitable that people in different regions should pay greater attention to different aspects of common problems. It is on account of such differences in emphasis that we describe a particular mode of thought as characteristic of a particular nation or region. It is from this point of view that I will try to formulate what are the differences that characterize the East from the West. I think you will all agree that even where the solutions are similar in pattern and outline, there are differences in shade and color which justify us in calling some of the solutions Eastern and others Western. There are, as I have said, many points in common between the views of philosophers in the East and the West, but there is one distinction in emphasis between India, Greece, and China which strikes us from the very beginning of recorded history. In India, the emphasis of philosophy has, on the whole, been on the inner experience of man. Philosophers here have sought to understand man's inner nature and in this pursuit have gone beyond the regions of sense, intellect, and even reason.